We're in the Exploring the Planets gallery, but what we're doing right now is trying to take our visitors onto the surfaces of up to 7 different planetary bodies. So right now, you and I are effectively on an asteroid here in the solar system.
What's really cool you had mentioned was that when we're on hotter planets, we're actually able to see kind of the waves on the screen
heat
too.
Waves, sure, yeah. I mean, we've tried to make these as realistic as possible based on the science we're receiving from probes that are actually on these surfaces.
Right now, our photographer is showing what's like on Mars, I believe. Talk to us about what he's showing us right now.
He's looking at the Martian rovers. We have on display 3 generations, effectively, and the rover on the far right is a model of what is currently on the surface of Mars, operating, literally driving around and gaining a lot of new science and discoveries. It's an ongoing process. People don't realize we literally have small cars driving around Mars.
This is one of 8 galleries that are brand new and reimagined. Talk to us about how you guys are really focusing on bringing out diverse voices and telling those stories.
In the process of redoing the museum, it's been a great opportunity to not just tell the older stories in new and contemporary ways, but broaden the stories to include stories that in many cases have never been told, but are just as impactful, whether it's Jackie Cochran's T-38 that she set world records in, Neil Loving's home-built aircraft. So it allows us to broaden the storytelling to reach a more diverse and contemporary audience.
And that's what you had mentioned to us earlier, was it really is about telling stories. And so if you had a little bit of nugget, something to share with people to definitely do while they're out here, what would you say?
Well, these are people stories, but there's one artifact as you exit the Wright Gallery that could easily be missed, and it's a small piece of the original Wright Flyer and the cloth that Neil Armstrong took with him to the surface of the moon in 1969. And when you think that only 66 years separate the Wright Flyer, first powered flight, from landing on the moon, that's remarkable, and much of that is what we celebrate here in the museum.
Thank you again for joining us this morning.